If you're a mid-level to C-suite leader who wants to own your growth and figure out your next small, brave move to achieve your leadership goals, you are in the right place. Welcome to the Small Brave Moves podcast, a weekly deep dive on how to be braver in leadership and in life for exceptional results. I'm your host, Nicole Bianchi, best-selling author, certified master executive coach, NSA certified speaking professional, chief bravery officer, and tough talk expert. If you're ready to become a better, braver, and more authentic leader, let's dive in. Hey there, brave friends, leaders, and humans. Welcome back to Small Brave Moves, the podcast where we cut through leadership jargon and talk about what actually moves the needle in today's workplaces. Clear communication, meaningful communication, and the everyday bravery it takes to show up fully, no matter what your role is. Today's episode is for everyone, no matter where you are in your leadership journey. And we're talking about something I see come up again and again in my work with leaders and teams, especially during times of high change and high stakes. They ask me, what can I even do right now? Everything feels so out of my control. And that's a fair question. When we're all feeling it, that change fatigue, reorgs, layoffs, maybe some AI disruption, hybrid confusion, emotional overload at the volume of change happening to us on a daily basis. Good people doing good work, feeling a little defeated, wondering if their efforts still matter. So today we're going to explore something I call the power of one. The idea that you, yes, you, have more power than you think to shape culture, drive momentum, and model what bravery looks like in action. So let's dive in. Let's start with a truth that gets widely overlooked by traditional leadership frameworks. Culture doesn't just trickle down from the C-suite. It pulses outward from people, from energy, from how individuals choose to show up. Yes, senior leaders influence culture, but they didn't own all of it. So every Slack message, every meeting interaction, every hallway conversation, those are culture shaping moments. And the way you participate in them, that's where that real ripple effect begins. So if you've been feeling like your seat at the table is too low to create the change, let me lovingly challenge that belief. You don't need a title to make waves. You need clarity, courage, and consistency. Now, here's what I see over and over in high-stakes workplaces. The moment that chaos just hits, the moment that a reorg gets announced or the strategy shifts or maybe even the budgets tighten, people start shrinking. And I get it. When you feel like your voice won't matter, it's tempting to retreat, to do the bare minimum to get by because you're thinking, well, gosh, what difference does that extra effort make anyway? But there's a cost to that. So when everyone waits for someone else to lead with positivity or with bravery, with connection, we end up creating this culture of silence, this culture of stagnation and self-protection. And that's a breeding ground for disengagement. So the antidote, brave individuals who choose to keep showing up anyway, because that's not easy. And they know that how they show up matters. So let's define bravery here, because it's easy to picture the big bravery, right? The hero, the cape, someone making bold declarations in an all-hands meeting. But that's not what bravery always looks like. Bravery is speaking up at a meeting when something doesn't sit right. It's offering an idea even when you're not sure how it'll land. It's being the first to say, I care about this work and I care about us. It's choosing to keep creating, connecting, and contributing, even when uncertainty is swirling all around you. Those are the brave acts. They may be quiet and they're powerful. They send signals, they shift energy, and they model what's possible. They inspire others because, as it turns out, bravery is contagious. Let's talk about something else that's contagious in the workplace. Cynicism is contagious. Apathy is contagious, and so is caring. You know what cuts through the heaviness in a room? Someone who really cares. Now, I'm not talking about that toxic positivity, not the fake it till you make it or just be grateful stuff. I'm talking about real care. Choosing to lift the room instead of dragging it down. Collaborating generously. Giving feedback with heart. Being humble about your ideas and hopeful about what's possible. Even just saying to somebody and asking them how they're doing, what they need, how you could support them. That kind of energy, it's magnetic, and it gives other people permission to care out loud too. Because when it feels safe to care, people do their best work. Now, if you're listening and you're a senior leader, let me speak directly to you. I know the pressure you're under, the fires that you're putting out, the strategies that you're building. And don't underestimate this. Your people aren't just watching your decisions, they're watching your demeanor. How you show up in the mess shapes where they believe it's safe to engage. So when you model honesty, even when it's hard, humility, even when you're unsure, enthusiasm, even when things might feel a little rocky, you send a powerful ripple through your organization that it's okay to care, it's okay to be human, and it's okay to be brave. And when that becomes the tone, everything else follows. So, whether you lead a team of 1 or 1,000, here are 3 small brave moves you can try this week. Number 1, name your energy. Tell someone what's been hard and what you're hopeful about. Be human first. Number 2, celebrate a behavior, not just a result. Acknowledge the person who's asking a hard question or modeling generosity or bringing that fresh energy to the room. Number 3, decide how you want to show up and then do it on purpose. When the meeting feels flat or the tension's rising, when the doubt creeps in, anchor back to your choice. And even showing up to that meeting and taking 5 to 10 minutes to transition in between meetings to reset your energy and make sure you're ready to go changes everything. Let me leave you with this. You don't need a perfect culture to create a meaningful ripple. You don't need a fancy title to shape how people work. You just need to care, to be brave, to show up like it matters because it does. Bravery isn't top down, it's inside out. And that means it starts with you. And that's the power of one. If this episode sparked something for you, send it to someone who needs to hear it. Better yet, talk about it with your team. Remind them how powerful it is to care and that their individual contributions make a difference, because you'll start seeing them show up caring in a deeper way for each other. Until next time, keep showing up, keep modeling what matters, keep making those small, brave moves. You've got this. See you next week. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Small Brave Moves podcast. If you're wanting to take this work even deeper, I'm here to help. From engaging in inspirational keynote speeches to transformational coaching and workshops for leaders and teams, page-turning books, online courses, and enlightening leadership development retreats. There are so many ways that we can work together to take your leadership to the next level. For more information, check out the show notes, and let's do this together. One small brave move at a time. See you next week.